Sean "Diddy" Combs built his entire empire on being the bad boy for life. But on July 2nd, 2025, he faced a verdict that changes absolutely everything. A jury found him not guilty on the charges that could have locked him up forever: racketeering and sex trafficking. As the verdict was read, he was so overcome with relief, he actually fell to his knees in prayer. But don't let that image fool you. This story is nowhere near over. Because while he dodged a life sentence, that same jury found him guilty on 2 other federal counts: transportation for prostitution. And that conviction guarantees he will see the inside of a prison cell. So what are these Diddy lawsuits really about? This isn't just about the shocking headlines or the split verdict. It's about a tangled legal web, an avalanche of civil claims, and a criminal conviction that could still bring everything he's ever built crashing down. This is the story of how the king of hip-hop's castle started to crumble, and what the fallout really means. If you want to pinpoint the moment the ground gave way for Diddy's public empire, you only have to look to one person: Cassandra "Cassie" Ventura. In November 2023, the singer, who was also his former long-term partner, filed a lawsuit that was an absolute bombshell. The 35-page complaint was devastating, accusing Combs of a decade-long nightmare of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. After Cassie's suit, the stories started pouring in. Dozens of new lawsuits were filed, from both men and women, with allegations of abuse stretching back decades, some all the way to the early 1990s. The claims painted a deeply disturbing picture: people being drugged, sexually assaulted, and a culture of pure violence and intimidation. One producer, Rodney "Lil Rod" Jones, even filed a suit claiming he had irrefutable evidence that Diddy's operation was distributing illegal drugs and guns. The biggest weapon in the prosecution's arsenal was the RICO charge, that's short for Racketeering Influenced and Corrupt Organizations. It's a law originally designed to take down massive criminal organizations like the Mafia. The prosecutors weren't just saying Diddy committed individual crimes, they were arguing that his entire company, Bad Boy Entertainment, was a criminal enterprise. This Combs enterprise, they claimed, was used for years to commit crimes like sex trafficking and bribery, all to protect Combs and fund his lifestyle. Even though he was acquitted of the worst charges, the damage to the empire Sean Combs spent 30 years building is catastrophic. It's irreversible. The man who once bragged about being a billionaire has watched his fortune get wiped out. The Sean Combs legal saga is far from finished, and we are going to be following every single update. To make sure you don't miss anything, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. This whole case has opened up so many questions about power, fame, and accountability in the music industry. We really want to know what you think. Is this verdict a form of justice, or is this just the first step on a much longer road? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. So, what are the Diddy lawsuits really about? They're about something so much bigger than one man's crimes. They are a massive, seismic reckoning. These lawsuits ripped back the curtain on a world of alleged exploitation that was hiding in plain sight, protected for decades by fame and success.